Right. What was the most important thing you had to do today? The most important. When you woke up this morning, did you know right away, my most important thing that I have to do today, no matter what, I have to do this one thing. And for the whole week, did you wake up thinking to yourself, right, I know what's my number one thing I have to do. And then when the day went along, did you do that thing? So the last 10 days, 30 days, 60 days, did you wake up every day knowing exactly what your number one thing is that you want to do? Now, why am I asking this? Because when we have goals, we have to decide, right, what is my most important goal that I really want to achieve? How long is it going to take? Is it going to take me 6, 7, 8, 9 months? Or is it going to take me 2 years? Then we have to break it down, right? So that we know what we're going to do each week. And then we take the week and we break it down and we have to know what we are going to do each day. And then we have to know not just what I'm going to do for the day, but what are my top three steps, things, tasks, projects, whatever it is that I need to do today. And you must be able to wake up in the morning knowing what the top three are. And of the top three, you need to know which one of the three really must be done. Can't be left out. Can't be, okay, I'm going to do number two and three. I'm going to leave number one. Actually, you must do number one, because maybe if you do number two and do number three, by that something happens and then you don't get to do number one. So you need to know which one is number one. Sometimes you can, of the three, you can do number one alone, only that one thing, and then it is more important than the other two. Right, so what am I saying? I am saying that there will always be a most important thing that needs to be done. Always, every single day. When you wake up, there is one thing that is the most important thing that you have to do to move yourself closer to your goal. To move yourself one step closer, one day closer, so that eventually you end up achieving the goal on target, right? So remember what I said, you need to plan it out. So today, do you know what your number one is? And have you done it? Are you busy with it? And tonight when you go to bed, when you go sleep, are you going to say to yourself, right, now my most important thing I have to do today, I've done it. Now, just to be clear, when I say the most important thing, I am talking about the most important thing regarding your goal, right? Now, why do I say not only sometimes is it regarding your goal, but it is regarding your life? Here is something very important. Whatever goals you are going for, it needs to be the goals that are important to you. It must be the goals that are important to your life. It must be the goals that have the most impact on your life, impact in terms of the purpose of your life. I'm not talking about the purpose of somebody else's life. I'm talking about the purpose of your life. So in your life, if your purpose is a good, worthy, noble purpose, and you are doing this goal that you are going for the right reasons, for good reason, it's going to be helping you. It's not going to be harming anybody. You're not going to be destroying the earth. You're not going to be doing something terrible to humanity or the environment or humans. So your goal that you are going for, in one way or the other, it's going to be helping you, maybe 10 other people, maybe 5 other people, maybe 100, maybe 1,000, maybe 1,000,000, maybe 1,000,000,000 people, maybe 7 billion, maybe the whole world. The question is, your goals, are they deeply aligned to your purpose of living? In other words, as you are going to do this goal, and as you are working on this goal, is it so important that it must be your actually number one thing that drives your day? Now, if it is the number one thing that drives your day, then it becomes very important that you be crystal clear on what your number one thing is that you have to do for the day. One thing, just one thing. 1, 2, and 3, right? So, but of the 3, one thing must be the most important, and then you get that one thing done. And only once it's done, you can move to the next, and the third, and the 3, that's done, finished. Now, basically, you can say you can relax. If you want to do another thing and another thing, it's fine. There's time, you can do some other things, but every single day, make sure that you are doing your one thing. And remember, these are not random, scattered one things. They are deeply aligned to your goal. And your goal, once again, is not just some random goal. Okay, I think I want to do this. Okay. No. You must think about your goal seriously. So that's why it must be your goal, not your mother's goal, not your father's goal, not your uncle's goal, not your teacher's goal, not your neighbor's goal, not your boss's goal, not anybody's goal. It must be what you want, which means you have to sit down with yourself and think very, very deeply what it is you want to achieve. But when you know what you want to achieve, then again, what is your number one thing you have to do, and your number two thing you have to do, and your number three things. Now, take a pen, take a piece of paper, have a notebook, take your phone, an app on your phone, and make sure you actually, even if the sentence is like just 5 words or 3 words, but say they, write it out. One, go to gym, or you can say they, call 3 clients, or you can say whatever it is you want to say, but you say they in your notes, written on your phone or in your book or on a page, just very clearly what your 1, 2, and 3 things you must do. Be clear, write it down, because if you write it down, that form of commitment means you cannot lie to yourself and say, oh, but no, I said that I'm going to only do this, I'm going to do that. No. Say exactly what it is that you must do. So even though I said make it 3 or 5 words, if you can write it out a little bit more than that, it will be even better. But at least for now, 3 words, 5 words in a sentence. So that's a top 15 words. Can you do 15 words? Can you do 5 words to say what your goal is for number one? 5 words, At the end of the day, as you know, this is your life. You want the best of your life. You want the best. You want to make the best of your talents. You want to make the best use of your potential. You want to be the best version of yourself. You want to become the best version of yourself. You want to achieve the most you can in your life, right? You don't want to just go through life by the way. You want to end up with a fantastic life, a terrific life, right? You want to be MVS, your multiversal self, the best person you possibly can be. So, 1, 2, 3. What are your 1, 2, 3 steps you have to take to get closer to your goal? Go and write every day. But for today, right now, make sure go and write. My challenge to you, go and write 1, 2, 3. What are the things you're going to do tomorrow? Now, if you don't have a goal yet, then go and decide on a goal. Take some time, a day or two, to decide what your goal is. So what you can do is, you can say tonight, or today, or this morning, you can say, right, number one, I must really decide what my goal is that I really want to achieve, like for the next 5 or 3 years. So that's your one thing you need to do, right? That's your number one. And then you can say number two and number three, something else. But at least move closer to knowing what it is you really want to achieve in life. Right. Go and do your 1, 2, 3. Thank you.